Backroads Broadcasting, bringing the action to you. We are back here at the Rock to start the second half of the 2021 season for the Rock Creek Mustangs. The calendar 2021 has turned into October already. We're closing in on the end of another calendar year, 3 months out. But the action back on the field tonight. Rock Creek coming off of a dominant performance last week against Hiawatha in the opening district game. Tonight, Rock Creek Mustangs take on the Sabetha Bluejays. Eddie Greer play-by-play once again for this evening. Alongside me is my color commentary, Isaiah Dobbins. We are back. Folks? Fifth straight game at home. Isaiah, what's going on? How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. I'm pumped. I can't believe it's been a week since we were last here with all you lovely people. But yeah, another beautiful night of football, another beautiful weekend of football. Can't ask for anything more.
Can't ask for anything better than this. And October is my favorite month of the year. Lots going on and a lot of action going on the field tonight. Of course, Rock Creek, it's been fun so far. First half, to getting to know this team through the first half. Highs, lows, funny moments, etc. This Rock Creek team started off 0-2, of course, with great competition, Silver Lake, and then Rossville, and then turning around Louisburg in week 3. Of course, we're supposed to play Marysville. That did not happen because of, what happened with the whole COVID situation. Louisburg comes in here, cover-minded effort, and then last week, just a beat down against Hiawatha last week. And right now, Isaiah, this Rock Creek team, and we're actually in the second game of district play. Of course, last week was the opener of district play in Class 3A, district number 4. What a start last week for this Mustangs team.
Indeed. I think we had the kind of same motto all year long of Rock Creek being able to tie up loose ends, and that game last week, they looked pretty much unstoppable on both ends of the football.
And we look forward to hopefully some of the same things that we saw last week. Momentum can be a big thing in football in all levels here in a pregame show on Backroads Broadcasting. Rock Creek High School football right back here. All 4 games so far I've been at home, and this is the 5th consecutive game that the Mustangs have played at home. It's got to be a huge advantage. We've seen some good crowds, expecting another good crowd tonight. And of course, our visitor team out there, Sabetha, coming in here. Last week, of course, lost against Holton. Of course, Holton, that game looming large 2 weeks from tonight. Obviously, Holton undefeated and leads the district right now as we enter play tonight. But a lot going on. Sabetha 1-3, lost to Sabetha 41-17 last weekend.
Yeah, we're
on Tuesday, October 5th.
As we got some
technical difficulty
sound going on over next door to us over there. But anyways, Sabetha coming here 1-3, losing their district opener last week to Holton, and more in the district later on as I pulled up the standings of the district, which Rock Creek is currently in, Class 3A, district number 4. We have that. A lot of good matchups outside of the area tonight here, not only in St. George, but in Topeka as well. More on that when we come back on the other side of the break. But offensively, Isaiah, we've seen it all to this point. Now we're entering the crucial part of the 2021 season, second half of the year. You want to see this offense continue to build strong. And so far, Dalton Whitworth, we've seen some great moments. You see some bad moments so far. 12 touchdowns coming here to tonight, 7 interceptions, 2 rushing touchdowns, and Dalton Whitworth is coming on to his own.
Yeah, agreed. I was just talking to the PA announcer before the game, and I said this was kind of a different team that we've seen from 3 weeks ago. Just all around, offensively, defensively. I think we've seen this team grow more fundamentally sound and just mentally tough over the past 4 weeks of football.
And obviously, it helps when you have a plethora of weapons that you can throw the ball, dink and dunk into. And special teams, I want to talk about them for a little bit. We've seen some crazy things happen with the special teams in a good way. And last week, Jaden Wyans returning a kickoff, 97 yards to the house. last week. This special teams unit is pretty much right up there with the offense. It's very strong, very well coached, and we're probably going to see some more out of the special teams unit. Obviously, Yancey Spiller, the man who does it all, the hype man of this Rock Creek offense. And of course, we've seen Ethan Burgess as well, but Jaden Wyatt's also kind of hot coming into this matchup.
Yeah. I actually had a chance to speak to Jaden earlier on this week, and his impressions coming into this game and predictions and how game week and game plan went really well. He said the team felt with the utmost confidence coming into this that they can get it done tonight. And I also talked to him about his 96-yard kick return, and I was like, did you know as soon as you caught it that you were going to take it 96 yards to the crib? And he said, wasn't me, actually. It was Coach O. And he was like, you're taking this one to the house. So, I mean, you can't ask for anything better to open up the third quarter with a 96-yard kick return.
Yep, always those special teams plays critical part in your team's success, and Rock Creek has done a little of that through the first half, entering the second half of play tonight against the Sabetha Bluejays here at The Rock. Eddie Greer, Isaiah Dobbins, coverage of Rock Creek High School football, which turns into tonight a beautiful evening for some Friday night lights football. Cool. It's been around mid-70s, low 70s all day long. Finally, at least for today, you never know with this Kansas weather around here, but at least for today, fall-like weather and nothing like Friday night lights in fall temps.
Agreed. Nothing beats it. It's a perfect combination.
So let's give our sponsors a little bit of some love here on the pregame show here on Backroads Broadcast as we lead you up to the top of the hour kickoff between Sabetha and Rock Creek. Of course, coverage of Rock Creek High School football is brought to you by People's State Bank, Tail Wagger Inn, Roach Media Group, ASC Turfgrass Consulting. We have Dara's Vision Source, Bank of the Flint Hills, Shortstop, and Farmer State. Mate, we appreciate you for all what you've done so far this season, hopping on board coverage of Rock Creek High School football as well. And something that I started last week it's probably going to be a tradition. It's going to have to wait to the second half, though, but we gave some shout outs to the folks that have been listening, or not listening, watching Rock Creek High School football on our Facebook page. If you like what you've been seeing so far this year, liking what you've been enjoying the coverage, please give us a like, a follow, or a comment on our Facebook page at Backroads Broadcasting. And we have a YouTube channel as well where we post all of our football game coverage as well. So I'm going to be doing some more shout outs tonight, but that's going to have to wait until the second half of the game. And so that was a lot of fun to do, interact with some of the parents that are watching from all over the United States. It's amazing. North Carolina, Washington last week, few people from South Carolina. So we're going to bring that back in the start of the second half. So turning our attention here real quick before we take a little break here on the pregame show to defense. We talked a little bit about the offense and special teams. Now let's flip the script to the defense. The defensive line last week for Rock Creek was spectacular. Of course, holding Hiawatha to pretty much little or nothing at best. Hiawatha killing themselves with penalties. We saw a lot of first and long, second and long, and of course a lot of third and long as well. And that defensive front really set the tone last week for the Mustangs. What do they have to do, Isaiah, tonight as we see Sabetha go back to the back and get ready for their final preparations for this game?
Well, I think the Rock Creek defense last week powered up and leveled up. It was over 9,000, if you know what I mean, people out there. But honestly, I mean, if you can hold the team to a shutout, I don't think you can ask for anything better as a defensive coach, as a head coach, even your offensive coordinator. You get your offense more time on the field to get more points on the board. It was just, you can't ask for anything better than a shutout for your defense.
It's always nice to shout out the other team in a dominant performance, what Rock Creek did last week. Head coaches, of course, Rock Creek, you know who he is, Shane Sieben, 2-2 coming out of the first half, and a big opportunity for the Mustangs to bridge over 500, get themselves over that. That'll be huge for them tonight. Meanwhile, on the other side for the Blue Jays, head coach for them, Garrett Michael for the Blue Jays tonight. So the head coaching matchup good. The quarterback matchup also pretty good as well. Of course, Dalton Whitworth for the Mustangs. And on the other side, his counterpart, Matthew Garber, number 12. He's a junior for Sabetha. A lot of good play here. Anticipating some good play from both sides tonight as we see in front of us the captains towards midfield for both squads. And that's where we're going to take a short break here on Backroads Broadcasting. When we come back, we're going to have our impact players, of course, and take a look at the district standings heading into this matchup tonight for Rock Creek and Sabetha. We'll be back with more after this on Backroads Broadcasting. Welcome back to the pregame show. Rock Creek High School football here at St. George, Kansas, home of the Rock Creek Junior and High School. Back at the Rock here as we get set here less than 15 minutes away from Sabetha and Rock Creek. Eddie Greer and Isaiah Dobbins here for coverage of Mustang football here as we're getting closer and closer to a anticipated district matchup here as the band plays in front of the Mustang faithful out there tonight. So they look good. The players look good as Sabetha now is getting ready to approach the gate. And, of course, our Rock Creek Mustang team is in their locker room for their final preparations as well. I mentioned the district standings prior to our little break, and I was able to look at them and give them a look a little bit. The Class 3A District 4, where Rock Creek is sitting at right now, obviously. Holton, as I mentioned at the beginning of this pregame show, sits, of course, a three-way tie right now for the district lead. You have Holton, Rock Creek, and Jeff West all at 1-0. And then, of course, half the league is 0-1. That includes Sabetha, Hiawatha, which, of course, we already talked about that on the first half of the pregame show, and Royal Valley, also 0-1, entering tonight's play as well. In Rock Creek, actually, Jefferson West, Royal Valley, and Sabetha 1-3 overall, while Holton 4-0, Rock Creek 2-2, and Hiawatha 2-2 as well. So, actually, we're going to actually step aside for a quick 2 minutes while they play the national anthem. We'll be back with more pregame coverage of Rock Creek High School football. We'll be back.
You can go to the northwest gate and join the tunnel.
Okay.
Do not go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Backroads Broadcasting, bringing you the Rock Creek Mustangs versus the Sabetha Bluejays. The fans and student section, pep band is ready. Eddie, are you ready for some football?
Yes, I am ready to go. And as the Sabetha Bluejays blast on in to the football field here, as we're just outside 10 minutes away from kickoff here in Game 2 of district play for the Rock Creek Mustangs. As I was saying, going back to the district here, Holton, Rock Creek, and Jefferson West 1-0. And as I talked about Holton earlier, that matchup looms large in 2 weeks. Holton undefeated coming into this week, obviously. So it's kind of a half and half logjam up in the district right now. Rock Creek, you got to keep the pedal to the metal here and just keep on winning. And this is, again, an important matchup, district play. You don't want to take the foot off the gas.
Indeed. And this is a big game for Rock Creek. I know I've said that a lot here lately, as of late, but another big district game. This is a good test for them to see where they're at in the district rankings.
Right now they're tied for the district lead with Holton and Jefferson West. Of course, those two teams. Jefferson West is the first road game for Rock Creek next week. Who would have thought that you have the perfect situation for the Mustangs, right? You have 5 home games, and then you have only now 2 away A game. So Jefferson West, of course, that's next week on the road. That is going to be an intriguing game, but we have a lot of football to be played here tonight at the Rock Creek, as the students line up, of course, waiting to welcome on their Mustangs onto the field. Sabetha already on the field with their white jerseys and their blue pants, and depending on what player you're looking at, obviously white socks, black socks, I see up here for the Blue Jays, and of course the Mustangs in their usual all blacks tonight here in St. George, Kansas. Some other matchups here before we get to our impact players. Obviously in the district, Hiawatha taking on Jefferson West tonight, and Royal Valley goes to Holton tonight for that matchup. So we have other district games as well, and then some other local-ish teams out there playing. Two of them are in Topeka. Manhattan taking on Topeka. That Topeka team is Seaman High in Topeka. That's going to be a real good game. Junction City taking on Topeka West. That's also going to be a loaded matchup there as well. So Manhattan, Junction City is going to have their hands full. Manhattan off to a strong start in their season. Rossville, of course, the past opponent for the Mustangs, they're going to be taking on Oskaloosa, and Walmigo goes to Poloya. Sorry, I'm going to butcher your name, but we're going to roll with that as well. So some interesting games this evening, along with our game.
Indeed. We're getting into that stretch of football where it's actually fall. It's starting to feel like fall. It's getting a little colder outside. You know, you can go with the sweatshirt shorts combo, or pants and sandals, whatever you want to go with. But great weather, you know, high 60s, low 50s. But yeah, we're getting into the big stretch of games for Rock Creek where, you know, it's not necessarily do or die, but it's like we got to get the ball rolling here if we want a good seed and make a deep run in these playoffs.
That's right. And it continues tonight. District play continues for Rock Creek tonight as the starting lineups are announced by the PA announcer here in Rock Creek, the Rock Stadium here, as we are getting closer and closer to kickoff. So, which leads us to the impact players tonight for this game. Big game. Sabetha coming in here 1-3, looking for answers, while Rock Creek looks to continue that momentum. 2-game winning streak for the Mustangs tonight. They look to extend that even more here at the end of the night. Isaiah, who you looking at as your impact player tonight?
Well, last week, my boy Yancey Spiller put up at least like 45 plus in fantasy last week against Hiawatha. But for this week, let me get number 9, Jaden Wyans, out of the backfield with that 96-yard kick return. How can you not take him?
Sheesh! There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. For me, I am going to stick with the quarterback play on this one. This is a layup for me. Dalton Whitworth, good play. I mean, he's had some little mistakes here in the last couple weeks, but not as much as the first 2 games. So he's really progressed into a talented young quarterback that he is. Of course, he's kind of the big 3, becoming the big 3 of this offense. He, Yancey Spiller, and Dagan Vendeska, they were the big players last week in the game against the Redhawks, and look forward to seeing him what Whitworth can do tonight against that Blue Jay defense, who surrendered 41 points last week against Holton last week. So anticipation for the Rock Creek Mustangs as they look to take the field here in a few more minutes here. We're going to stand aside for another final timeout on the pregame show here on Backroads Broadcasting. When we come back, we will lead you to kickoff. Rock Creek, Sabetha, stay tuned. This is Backroads Broadcasting, Rock Creek High School football.
Tongue twister. We got it though.
Rock Creek Mustangs just took the field, and they're ready for action here tonight at the Rock at home. St. George, Kansas. Eddie Greer, your play-by-play alongside me, Isaiah Dobbins, as we put to a close the pregame show and get you guys ready for kickoff here, as both teams are lined up in a straight line on their respective sidelines. Of course, Sabetha is about north of Topeka, about an hour 21 minutes away from here, and a good showing for their crowd here tonight. And you know, Rock Creek is going to come out strong with their fans, as well as now the captains, Isaiah. Now walk towards midfield. We are getting set towards kickoff here in game number 5 of the 2021 season for Rock Creek.
Can you believe we're already at game 5?
I can't believe it. I said it last week. It felt like it was just yesterday that we got this thing started.
Yeah.
And we're already here in game 5. Unbelievable. Time flies when you're having fun up here, as we've had here, especially at home for 4 consecutive games, and after tonight it would be 5. So as we're looking at midfield, a coin toss here, as the referee is talking to the respective teams out on midfield. Of course, Shane Sieben, the head coach of Rock Creek, and on the other side, Garrett Michael for Sabetha Bluejays here, as we await who's going to win this toss here as anticipation. And we're going to give a little quick shout out here to the Rock Creek High School cheer squad, who was just announced just minutes ago. So they're out there in full force tonight, along with, I want to say, the middle school band as well to my right. And Rock Creek won the toss. They're going to defer to the second half. Sabetha is going to get the ball to start off this ball game, folks. So let's give our sponsors one more shout out here before kickoff here. Coverage of Rock Creek High School football on Backroads Broadcasting is brought to you by Dara's Vision Source, Bank of the Flint Hills, Farmer State Bank, Shortstop, ASC Turfgrass Consulting, Roach Media Group, Tail Wagner Inn, and People's State Bank. We got both teams getting hype out there in midfield here. We're going to see who's going to be ready to play and who's not. Rock Creek looking to extend their win streak to 3, while Sabetha looks to come in here and get a huge win for them. Of course, Sabetha coming in here on 1 in district play. Rock Creek, with the shutout of the Red Hawks last week, comes in here with a 2-game win streak and 1-0 in district play, and they have to keep up with Jefferson West and Holton if they want to stay in the course race to win the district.
Indeed. And Rock Creek comes in this game riding a lot of momentum, winning their last 3. And then Sabetha, if you're Sabetha on the other side, this is just kind of a must game. I don't want to say it's a must-win game, but got to keep it close and get a notch in the win column. As we are all set for kickoff here.
Setting up the kick for the Mustangs, number 8, Mac Lee.
Mac Lee, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready to get this thing started.
Mac attack, ready to blast the ball.
I finally repositioned myself here, standing up. It's a good crowd out here tonight.
It is.
We're ready for some football. They're ready for some football. Sabetha's ready for some football. Rock Creek's ready for some football. Mac Lee, balls on the tee. Week 5. We got an outside kick already. Loose ball. Fumble the ball. Rock Creek's going to do it again. They do it again. Onside kick.
Wow.
Mustangs do it again. I said in the pregame, special teams could come into play. They do it again.
How many times have we seen that up here, Eddie?
Too many times. Rock Creek's going to start with the football. First down.
I was going to say, that Rock Creek special teams, when you're going up against them, it's like a guessing game. It's like, you don't know what you're going to get.
And for the second time in 3 weeks, onside kick, Sabetha had it and then got ripped away. First down. Dalton Woodward, the quarterback, 4 receivers. And the first pass opens the game with the Logan Sturdy. Crosses the Blue Jay 40. First completion of the night for Dalton Woodward to Sturdy, who made his first touchdown catch last week against Hiawatha.
Yeah, that last game, Dalton Whitworth was sharing the wealth. A lot of people got touches that evening.
Matthew Whitaker on a stop for Sabetha. And Rock Creek going right to work right off the bat. 4 receivers. Winans, man in motion. That's Burgess. Hand off to Winans right up the gut. He's going to get to the 35. Good gain right there. And tackle is made by number 53, Caden Edelman for Sabetha.
Let's say one thing we've seen in the weeks past is Rock Creek does a really good job of changing the pace. So when they're not taking shots downfield or killing you with the mid-range, they're going to run it up the gut for good yardage.
So Dalton Whitworth now empty set. We have 5 receivers out there now on 2nd and 6. Opening quarter. Onside kick successful by Rock Creek. Back to throw Whitworth. He looks right. Fires it right. A strike to Burgess. Crosses the 25, 20. And he's down right there. Nicely done. Looking at his progressions, Dalton Whitworth finds Burgess. First down, Rock Creek. They're on the move. And they're in the red zone. I want to say, back up my... Thought it was the 25. It's the 15-yard line. Rock Creek is in the red zone for the first time tonight.
Ethan Burgess was on the island. There was nobody around him on that play.
1st and 10. Immediately, the Mustangs go right to work. There, Westgate in the backfield. Westgate gets it. The hammerhead gets it up the middle. Good gain. A late flag on the play there. That's number 78. There for Sabetha. Jacob Grimm on the stop. See what the flag is there. That came in late. Could be either a face mask or a hold on that. We'll see. Here comes the call. Face mask it is on Sabetha. So that's going to move chains. 1st and goal, Rock Creek. This red zone drive presented by tonight Farmers State Bank.
It's refreshing to see Rock Creek. I know in the earlier weeks when they would get close and knock on the door of the red zone, it wouldn't exactly work out for them, but it's nice to see them capitalizing off mistakes.
So 1st down, 1st and goal for Mustangs here. Rolling to his right, Whitworth. Whitworth still rolling, still moving the pocket. Throws. Oh! And throws a late. Intercepted by Sabetha. Matthew Garber, the quarterback, picks off the quarterback. Oh, man, goodness, what a play by Matthew Garber, and it stifles Rock Creek right there. That should have been thrown away right there.
Yeah, Matthew Garber with a little toe tap, it looked like there.
Yeah, a little wide receiver toe tap right there, folks.
2 feet down.
What an athletic play by Matthew Garber, the quarterback for the Blue Jays, as they're going to take over deep in their territory at their own 1. 1st down, Sabetha. Quarterback sneak. Garber's going to keep it. Not much moving in the pocket right there. As the defensive line holds their position for the Mustangs. What a missed opportunity for Rock Creek there to strike first early. Golden opportunity, and Whitworth throws another interception. That's 8th of the year.
Yeah, and when it's in those situations, it's tough because you want to try to thread that needle and come away with 6. But honestly, at that point, throw it away or take the sack. You're knocking on the door of the red zone. You can't be giving up plays like that.
And again, once again, another stand there.
The give is to the dieback.
The dieback got it this time as number 54 on the stop for Rock Creek. Cooper Biddle on that carry there. Number 33, Josh Herman with the carry on that one. No gain on that play, so it's going to be 3rd and 7. Actually, gain of 1. Check that. Gain of 1. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Blue Jays after the interception thrown by Whitworth. Under center again is Garber. Garber is going to another run play. Not much there on 3rd down, so they keep it safe there on that.
The give is off tackle number 21, Jake Breyer.
Number 21, Jake Breyer's hard to see up there with the numbers blended in to the jersey. So apologize for the little hesitation there, but trying to get a good look at their jerseys. But it's a 3 and out, importantly, for Sabetha. And they're back to punt right now. 4th and 7. The punt is away to Yancey Spiller. Gets out of bounds there. It looked like it got out of bounds before midfield. Let's see where the ref spotted. It's going to be good field position either way for Rock Creek. And it looks like the ref's gonna stand right there at 35. So a bad punt by Sabetha. And we'll keep the action right here. So Rock Creek, Isaiah back to work after a nice defensive stand right there by this defense of the Mustangs.
And looking back on that drive, everybody wants to look at the interception and turnover. But before that, Rock Creek was moving the ball very well up the field.
So let's see what they do on the next possession of this game. Whitworth has Westgate right behind him. Bunches left. The handoff is to Westgate, who burrows, dodges defenders there, and gets a gain about 8 yards on that. Good gain there. Big number 74, Brendan Severin with the stop for the Blue Jays. So good game. So Westgate showing little moves there on that big back with a little jiffy moves there. So quickly 2nd and 3. And this is the second time that Rock Creek has entered into Sabetha territory. 2nd and 3. Handoff to snap. And it's Westgate again. That's going to be enough for a first down. This time to the left side. Tackle made by number 53, Caden Edelman. But not before a Rock Creek first down on that. So first drive, you see them throw it and put it in the air. Now it looks like, at least for the first 2 plays, give the ball to Westgate.
In the front 5, Rock Creek's doing a really good job of making a big hole in the Sabetha defense. When that happens, Eddie, when your blockers, when you get a big hole like that, then you can go second level, pick somebody else up, and it just keeps going for bigger and bigger gains.
First down, Westgate one more time to the left side, moves the pile forward again. Number 74, Brennan Severin with the tackle there. That's a game of about 4 or 5 yards on that play. So nickeling and diming this defense here on the ground here by number 24, Addison Westgate. 2nd and 6. That was a gain of 4 on that one. So Whitworth gets the signals from the head coaches.
Sabetha's doing a little more of a press coverage with 2 safeties over top. With that being said, I think they've done their job watching film, so they know that this Rock Creek offense can afford to take shots downfield.
Yeah, we said that. You said that last week. Hiawatha getting beat deep. And back to throw. Whitworth. Whitworth's going to go left. Got Spiller. Dipper coverage. And complete. Looking for the big play there. Spiller was double covered there, and good job by Dalton Whitworth this time to put it where Yancey Spiller can get it, and Yancey couldn't quite grab it there. It's going to be 3rd down.
And that's the nice thing about when you have 2 over top safeties is that you have a safety valve, literally. Double entendre there. But, Yancey had a step on his man, and if Sabetha wasn't in zone coverage, that's going for 6.
That's 6 right there. The height advantage there. Spiller has it on this secondary for the Blue Jays. 3rd and 6. Empty backfield. Whitworth now waiting for the snap. There it is. Whitworth, quick drop back. Got a man off the helmet of number 7, excuse me. Oh, Yancey Spiller there. Uncharacteristically dropped. That would have been close to a first down there. Incomplete pass. Big stop by the Blue Jay defense there. 4th down coming up.
And this is something we haven't seen very much of this Rock Creek offense this year, taking a gamble on 4th down when you're in the red zone, or knocking on the red zone, I should say.
So 4th down, red zone, brought to you by Farmers State Bank. Let's see if Rock Creek can convert. Here we go. It's a quarterback draw up the middle. Whitworth hammered. And Sabetha going to be short. And the Blue Jay defense for the 2nd time stops him, and the Sabetha Blue Jays will take over on downs.
Now, when you're in 4th and short yardage, Eddie, the defense is going to expect to run. So what I would have liked to see there from the Rock Creek offense was just a little play action, try to catch them lacking and try to get in the end zone for 6.
6:38 remaining in the opening quarter. No score. Sabetha and Rock Creek, the handoff there to the left side.
Tackle play by
Number 21, Jake Breyer with that carry. Gain of a couple there on that play. Actually, gain of 1.
I was going to say, we've been kind of spoiled the past few weeks for watching Rock Creek play because they've been able to put a good amount of points on the board.
Yeah,
so we might be in for a defensive bar burner here.
We'll see. Rock Creek has had a couple of chances, especially the first drive there, to put points on the board, but the Blue Jays made an athletic play with Matthew Garber, and now you stop them. So here we go.